There's something most people don't want to admit, what we call lust. Temptation, or weakness, is often not in its memory. It's the echo of something ancient trying to live again through our biology. Our cravings aren't always born in the moment, they're haunted repetitions, subtle echoes of emotional debts we never got to pay. The lust loop isn't just about desire. It's the never-ending cycle of memory that becomes hunger, of hunger that becomes shame, and of shame that becomes silence. We suppress it, deny it, moralize it, and then wonder why it never leaves us. The body keeps the score, but the mind rewrites the story. Generations of repression, unmet needs, cultural hypocrisy, and emotional starvation compound inside us until desire becomes not pleasure but escape. And when escape becomes a pattern, it becomes identity. We're told to fear temptation, to avoid certain thoughts, to label our natural drives as evil, but the real damage comes not from desire itself, but from the denial of it. From the moment we feel shame for wanting connection, our nervous system begins a loop it can't escape. A loop of craving, guilt, secrecy, and addiction. We reach for bodies, screens, fantasies, not because we're depraved, but because we're searching for something familiar, something we once needed, but never got. And in that search, we get trapped, not just by pleasure, but by the way it momentarily fills the void. We think the battle is against lust, but the real enemy is suppression. The more we suppress, the more explosive the rebound. And when culture builds power structures around that, suppression, when we see those in authority fail publicly in the very things they preach against, it proves the point. Power without integrity is fuel for the loop. Lust is not the disease. The lie is, the mask is. That's why it's not surprising when we use technology to commodify desire, to sell illusions of intimacy, to scroll endlessly through digital pleasure as if we're researching for a version of ourselves we've ever forgotten. The economy has adapted to this loop. It profits from our unmet needs and preys on our silence. But here's what no one tells you. This loop isn't permanent. It can be broken, not by more discipline, not by cold resistance, but by remembering. Remembering where the hunger began, what was lost, what was never nurtured, and most of all, by remembering that desire itself is not the problem. It's how we use it, how we hide it, how we let it define our worth. You want to heal? Then stop fighting lusts like it's your enemy. Understand it, sit with it, ask what memory it's tied to. Because when you understand your hunger, you stop feeding it the poison of shame. You feed it truth, presence, purpose. You reclaim your power, not by killing your desire, but by owning it. Not all loops are prisons. Some are invitations to return, to witness, to become whole again. And maybe the final liberation isn't to suppress your craving, but to finally see it for what it is. A message from the forgotten parts of your soul, asking you to remember. And if you can do that, if you can make peace with your hunger without letting it consume you, you've already begun your way out. Not everyone escapes, but those who do, they don't run, they remember.